Sunday. Sunday. Day of the sun, which is every day. It's Sunday, y'all. Mashak. Mindel Mashak. It's Sunday. I want people to know that. Everybody know that, huh? You think you know that, huh? Sunday. What is the sun? Why do they call it Sunday? Sunday, y'all. Sun. Light. Without it, you could see nothing. This would be void. There would be Sunday, y'all. My bad. My last live was it had a bad connection, but this should be better. Let's see how I'm gonna do this. It's Sunday. Why do they call it Sunday? Sun. No, sun, the word sun comes from the Latin word soul. Latin and Greek words, Europe, all they come from the same shit. Soul, S-O-L, which is similar to the word soul in English, S-O-U-L, soul, which we all have. We have souls, okay? That's our sun connection. What connects us to the sun? Our soul. Where our souls come from, the sun. That's life. That's life. Sunlight. Without any other sunlight, there would be no life in this galaxy. No life. Without any starlight, without any stars. We're all stars. We're just walking stars. Everybody. Because we have souls. S-O-Ls. We have souls. Which makes us sons. Even the females. We are sons. Everybody is a sun. Sunlight. The word he is a neutral term. Go look all this up, man. Go look this up. This is the cure. This is how we're going to cure everything. Look up all this information. Study. It's the age of information, y'all. We coming from the age of Pisces, going into the age of Aquarius. Aquarius represents water. Water represents knowledge. All knowing. But it's when you take that knowledge that you get and you apply it to your life and you get experiential understanding, which is wisdom. My boy Conrad Hulsey, he posted a status last night that I loved, man. He said that knowledge, I don't remember every single word he said, but basically he said that knowledge is just knowledge, man. And it's about the wisdom. It's more about the wisdom, which wisdom comes from actually understanding through experience. I went out into a few months ago. I went out. I used to study a lot of shit, man. I'm a synthesist. I take lots of different, spiritualities, and I take what I need from it, and I basically put everything together, unify it, and I got to a point in my life where I'm like, what is the meaning of this shit? Why? Like, why am I studying this? Why do I search for knowledge? Why am I doing this every day? Then I was like, I need to apply some of this shit, because I had a whole bunch of knowledge. I was an intellectual masturbating, man. And I had to put all this knowledge into effect. So what I did was, man, I connected with nature, man. I went outside. I walked in the woods. I connected with the trees, the leaves, took my shirt off, let my pores take in all that oxygen that we really need, you know. And when I did, I started having these, you know, I started having dreams, these vivid dreams. My desires started changing. I started wanting more. I started seeing more. I started understanding this reality, this multiverse that we living in. Everything happens for a reason. Every single thing. All of these particles. Every single thing happens for a reason. This is Sunday. The day of the sun. They called it the first day. It's the seventh day. The first day is every day, man. Okay, for the third time, because it disconnected me again, I paused the video to call my wife, and it automatically posted my second video about the Sunday. So now I have to make a third video, a third live stream to give life. And I'm dedicated to this, man. This is my life. Sun, because I am the sun. We are the sun. Now, if you type in Sunday origin, type in the origin of Sunday, it'll tell you that they called it the Resurrection Day because it was, you know, religious shit. They were motherfuckers, crusades and shit going against actual science. Trying to tell motherfuckers that this one dude had rose up on Sunday, and that's why you should call it Sunday, because it's after 3 days this dude died, and then he came back to life on Sunday, so he resurrected, so they call it Sunday because he resurrected, he the son. But anyways, this dude represents everybody. That's what he says. That's why in the Bible the Pharisees was coming up to him, and the scribes was coming up to him and saying, you know, I was trying to tell him why he's saying the stuff he was saying. He was like, do you not know ye are gods, man? Do you not know this? Like, really, y'all gods? Like, I'm God. Like, I'm telling you that I'm the son of God to tell y'all that y'all the son of God. What the hell? What's up? We all the sons of God. You know what I'm saying? And what's God? Thought. God is the creation of thought, which is consciousness. And when consciousness becomes aware of itself, it creates thoughts. And then when the thoughts create energy. When thoughts communicate with themselves over and over, it creates a flow of energy. Energy, man. If you want to know universe, like Nikola Tesla said, Nikola Tesla says, study energy, vibration, energy, frequency, and vibration. Energy, frequency, and vibration. That's what will get you to understand the universe. Study the Kabbalion. Study the sun. Study light. There's different frequencies of light, y'all. You know, that's why there's different tones of skin. That's why there's different elements, you know. We come from the sun, man. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God, and all things that was made was not made without it. It was made with it. It was made with it. Okay? Who said that? The sun. The sun spoke words. Sun, study light, man. Light is sound. Light is unseen before it is seen. Before light is seen, it is unseen. That is truth. Go study it. Everything is sound before it is light. Everything is frequency and vibration and waves before it is particles. They did this experiment. The two-slit experiment. If you can go look that up. Look up two-slit experiment. This is what they did. They shot a particle through a hole to see what it would do. The particle came through the other side of a wall as a particle because they were observing it. Now, this is what happens. They did two slits. It was like, okay, we're gonna shoot these particles through it. We're gonna set up some cameras and see what happened when this particle go through the other side. Okay? They set up these cameras, and then they shot two particles through two slits. What they found out was when they weren't observing it, the particles became waves, which means it had no substance. There was no form. Like, a particle, something solid, like physical body, everything has a form. When it went through these two slits, they had no form because they were not observing it. Nothing was observing it. Now, when they did the two slits and they shot the two particles through the two slits, it created interfering waves. Interfering waves means like, ripples in water. Like if you drop two pennies at the same time, the water is going to create two rippling waves, and those waves will intersect with each other. And those intersecting points are called interference. It's called interference. Is when they interfere with each other. Now, that is what this is. That is what this reality is an interference. It's an interference. But it's becoming a particle because we're observing it. It's becoming particleized. Only reason you experience physical reality is because you observe it. If you close your eyes and you went to sleep and you just you will go through a state where you don't observe anything. You don't observe. It's just darkness, and it's like you don't even know, there's no time and no space. It's like a lapse of time, like you don't even remember shit that happened, and then you go into this dream realm. If you remember your dreams, then you know what I'm talking about. But if you don't, then it's just like you wake up. It's just like you go to sleep and then you're like, okay, I closed my eyes and I woke up. Okay, what happened then? You went into an interference wave realm. Okay, this is what happens, man. This is how the sun creates this reality. Okay. Thought, man. Your own thought. The sun is your thought. The sun is your thought. Your thought said, hey, I'm conscious of this shit, create it. It's there now. It's being created. Now, for me to experience this shit. For me to experience my own self. For me to experience myself, I must create other things that are like myself, but are different from myself, conflicting with myself and combining with myself at the same time. That is how this works. That's exactly how everything works. That's why they call the sun, or that's why they call the sun soul. The original term for the sun is soul. It's movement. I got a video I'm about to drop. Got the video I'm about to drop about idol gods. I'm not gonna go too much into it on here, but it has to do with the interfering waves. It has to do with the interfering waves and the reason they say in the Bible not to worship idol gods, okay? Because you're not supposed to worship anything. If you worship something, it becomes an idol god. So I don't want to go too much into that, but the reason it's Sunday and every day is Sunday, believe that. Don't believe and know it is true, man. Because if you don't got the sun, you have nothing. If you don't have the sun, you don't have anything, brother and sister. My stars. If you don't have the sun, you don't have anything. The sun is your soul. You are the sun. Everything is the sun. Everything is different frequencies of light coming from the sun, created first by sound, which is spoken, which is why we are created with this thing called the mouth, and the